What's up, guys?
So I know you're mad. I keep posting videos and then not posting videos. I keep showing up and then disappearing. I'm sorry. I am. But I'm ill. Again! I've been sick for like 2 fucking weeks. I've been sick for like 2 fucking weeks and it's not going away. So I've just been lazy. I just don't want to film. But yesterday I had my first speaking thing at a college. I spoke at Gulf State on a women's in leadership panel. So shout out to Nate Justice and his whole team for putting that thing together because it was really cool. There were some people that came out to see me and I was like, and you guys were like so nice and happy and friendly. My heart. And you guys were all like, where are the drunk book reviews? So I felt terrible. I haven't done one in a long time. So here's my plan. Today I'm gonna do a drunk book review on like a classic. Next time I'm just gonna do an overhaul of like all my favorite books that I think you guys really need to read. And then after that, we can do it book by book like regular human beings who do book reviews on YouTube do. So I'm just gonna do them all next video, and then the video after that we'll have like a book club or some shit. I don't know, I'll figure it out when I get there. Also, I'm out of wine. But I do have Death in a Can. I know you guys love me and you really care about my well-being, so you're all probably sitting at home like, do it. So let's get this show on the road. I'm gonna put it in a wine glass so I still feel fancy. That looks unhealthy. Tastes unhealthy. This is going to be terrible. So, let's talk about the Chronicles of Narnia. The Chronicles of Narnia is like a 400 book tome. It has like 86 chapters or some shit, I don't know. But the only one anyone fucking knows about is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But it was like one of the greatest tales of our time, so I feel like I really have to do it justice. Part 1. The War. So it's like 4 kids. Oh fuck, what were their names? Susan? Susan, Edmund, Peter. And then the little one, Lucy. They're like running through the yard. They're dodging debris. Have to get to a bomb shelter because the war. And then Edmund, who should have had his ass beat before this whole book even started, otherwise we wouldn't have had this problem, runs back in the house for a fucking picture of his dad because he loves his dad. And then Peter's gotta go get him. So they get sent away to an old white man's house. And he's rich. The wine glass does not help the taste, I will tell you that. So they get to this house and it sucks! And they're bored. Because who wants to sit in a mansion while war rages on the outside? Ugh. So they decide they're gonna play hide and seek. Lucy's the youngest, so she sucks. No imagination of her own. She tries to hide with every one of her fucking siblings. They all turn her away because she's a fraud and a sham. And heartbroken, she ventures upstairs where she finds an empty room with nothing but an ugly dresser. She decides she's gonna get in it because Susan's already at 5, 4, 3, and Lucy is out of time, so she gets in the fucking dresser. It's like fur coats and shit in that bitch. Shouldn't steal any of them, which is the first clue that she's stupid. Eventually, branches start popping up and shit, and for whatever reason, she doesn't find it weird. She just keeps going, and then next thing you know, kaploop, she's in the snow. I am a poet. Lucy gets to Narnia, and it's wintry, and it's frigid, and it sucks. There's been a lot of weird shit going on already, and we just ignore it because we're along for the ride. It's too late to turn back now. Lucy meets a fucking goat man with his nipples out in the winter. Now that's red flag number 1. Not that his titties are out in the middle of December, but the fact that he's got a scarf on with his nipples out. I'm just so upset. I'm just so fucking mad about oh god. Anyways, this weird fucking creature of the night and this weird little goat man takes this girl to his house, offers her tea and crumpets, starts to play the flute. I don't like him at all, but you know, this bitch knows his way around a flute. Shit starts singing in the background and the flutes and the crumpets, and that bitch is just out cold. I don't know how long she sleeps. I don't care, because when she wakes up, he still has no shirt to cover his nipples. He's like, oh my god! He's like, listen, there's this hoe in the snow castle, or whatever the fuck they call it. She's got polar bears. She cursed the land, and that's why it's snowing all the time. Haven't been able to cover my nipples since. If we see people, we're supposed to turn them in, but you are just so ugly that I can't do it. I feel so bad about this bowl cut, so I'm just gonna set you free. So Lucy fucking goes home because she's like, bitch, I know I'm cute. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She's out of the dresser. There's nothing has changed. Susan's still downstairs counting to 5 or whatever the fuck. She tells them about the winter and the man with the nipples, and none of them believe her. So Lucy wants to go back because children are created to ruin our lives. And this time, Edmund, the one who needs his ass beat, he follows her. So now Edmund's fucking around and he's looking for Lucy. But guess who the fuck he runs into? Old Edmund. Old friend. He meets Tilda Swinton and she's like, I'll give your hoe ass some chocolate if you bring me your brothers and sisters. And he falls for it because children are trash. Listen to me. If you're asking me to sell you my siblings, I want at least 200K. I want enough to buy me a plane ticket and an apartment in some other country so that when my mom finds out, I don't have to deal with that shit. He finally finds Lucy, don't nobody know where the fuck she been this whole time. They go back home, and then Lucy tries to tell the oldest two, she's like, Edmund was there. He believes me. Don't you, Edmund? And Edmund's like, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there. It's just a dresser. I saw some very fine mink, and that was all I saw. Because they haven't caused enough damage in the life of this poor old man, they break a window. And while they're fleeing from responsibility, like many of us do, they all leap into the wardrobe, and guess what the fuck is in there? Narnia, right? And Lucy's sitting there, she looking at Edmund, and she looking at the older two, and she's like, I told you bitches. They find a talking beaver, and they're like, whatever, I guess this will work. They're like, there's a prophecy. It's been foretold that you and this fucking lion are gonna get rid of Tilda Swinton. So Edmund's hoe ass just skedaddles. He goes to the castle, she whoops his ass like his mama should have in chapter 1. So she goes and sends the wolves and she's like, go find me the rest. Ain't nobody's nose that good. But they find them anyway. Fucking beavers, like can run at the speed of light, I guess, because they lead the kids to safety, and then they run into fucking Father Christmas. So then he's like, here kids, weaponry. Kids and these fucking beavers find a camp where like all these animals and shit are just hanging out, wasting time while Tilda Swinton ravages the land. The wolves show up. Peter kills the wolf because the wolf ain't shit and Peter's a bad bitch, you can't kill him. And then they follow the rest of the wolves back to Tilda Swinton's house so they can go get their boy Edmund, even though he's a hoe, because that's loyalty. Tilda's like, I think the fuck not, you trick ass hoes. Her and Aslan go into this tent. We don't know what transpires in that tent. But it's some weird shit going on, so then Lucy and Susan, fucking Susan. Susan has like a fucking horn. Like that was her magical weapon. Like she's got the bow and arrow too, but what really tripped me out about the fucking horn. Fucking Father Christmas. Anyway, they follow them to the Tilda Swinton's camp, because everyone has to have a camp. A lot of weird fucking creatures at this camp though. Like I wouldn't want to go to this one. No one would. They're like chanting and whatnot, and the fucking, she's got like dreadlocks. Don't know who the fuck greenlit that. She stabs our boy Aslan, and then it's just downhill from there. But it don't matter because he's awake, and by the time the morning comes, he's up. Could have saved us a whole 20 minutes worth of plot, but I get it. Whatever, he's awake. And then they ride him back to the lion camp. It's not my business, but they should just fucking stayed at the rocks where he died. Your brother's a snitch. The goat is a snitch. I'm gonna just stay here with the talking trees. I'm gonna just mind my fucking business. Like, do any of y'all realize that you're in a fucking dresser? Anyone. Edmund's like, Peter, you're meant to lead us. And Peter's like, bitch, we are here because of you. You're out here fucking around with Tilda Swinton. Bitch, you almost sold me out for a Turkish delight. I had to whoop your ass right here, right now. So then Tilda Swinton shows up because she knows when you whisper her name. And they just fuck everybody up. And Edmund gets like stabbed in the titty or some weird shit like that. Surprise, they win. Aslan eats her. Like, eats her whole. Dreads and all. They don't show you anything. So it's just left to you and your imagination and everything you've ever seen on Animal Planet. And it's... So then these kids get crowned, and it's like, Peter the Magnificent, and I don't know what the fuck is so magnificent about Peter, but whatever, he's the oldest, so I guess. Edmund is the just. Don't know what kind of backwards ass logic that was, cause he a snitch and a hoe. Lucy is the valiant. Don't nobody care about her whack ass. Susan the gentle. I think I just checked out at that fucking point. I was like, go, just leave. You and your fucking horn, get out of here. These hoes are there for 15 fucking years. The next time we see them, they like grown ass people. And I'm like, what y'all been doing this whole time? Y'all just been fucking around in the closet? I know. Time moves slower on the outside or the inside or whatever the fuck the mechanics of it are. But 15 motherfucking years. Like not a night, not a week, not a month has passed in London. Didn't nobody in that big ass house stop and think like, where the fuck did those kids we promised to look after go? Anyway, they're like chasing a deer or some shit and then somehow they find their way out of the closet. Anticlimactic because then they're like 12 again and she tries to go back. Lucy goes back, or she tries to go back because she's stupid, and the dresser's like, I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch. And if she goes to the guy, the old rich guy that's been watching them, and she's like, oh, not really. He was like, girl, I tried to go back too. They told my ass no just the same, and then it's fucking over. What am I gonna do? Am I losing my charm? Those are but not my dresser, so whatever. Am I losing my je ne sais quoi? Peter! I really should have gone to somebody to help me with those brows. Oh my god. Look, I hate to be that girl, but just for shits and giggles. It wasn't no black people in Narnia either. Oh, all the, I don't know what the, so... My chest. I feel like this is gonna be a major talking point for any book that we talk about that was written after 2017, because before then, like, no one gave a shit, but now you can't do that anymore. What's up, guys? Because everybody and their grandmama got a Twitter, and everybody who got a Twitter will use it to try and ruin your writing career when you try to keep them unincluded. Bitch, we see you. And we're coming. That small thing here in your neck is meant for snacks. My chest. Be prepared. Oh, C.S. Lewis is dead. Now I feel awful. Fuck. I'm scared of aging. I'm already 21. In some time I'll be 22. Look, I'm a bug. And the next thing you know, I'll be 80. It's just downhill from there. I'm a bug. I forgot what I was gonna say. Ooh.